What is going on, everybody? Today I want to talk about a game you all should pick up for Christmas or after Christmas with your gift cards that Santa put in your stocking for your local game store. And of course, I'm talking about Necromunda. This is one of my favorite games of my childhood, I guess. And it's very, very good. The new edition just came out. It's like 1.5 kind of edition. Some rules clarifications. If you have the other books, they still work, but you might want to cross-reference somebody with these books just to make sure your points are up to date or whatever. I did buy all the other books, got zero use out of them, and then I bought these, and now we just started playing last week. So if I can do it, you can do it. I might put up all those other books for sale because I don't think I need 2 sets. But it's super nice to have them in hardback finally, and way better organized than split across 5 books with the Gang Wars system that they were coming out with. If you're familiar with Games Workshop products for a while now, a lot of the old timers will probably have maybe a top 3 of the best maybe rules. Well, maybe 4, I don't know. But some of the best rules that Games Workshop has actually made, I believe, are Necromunda. The rules, the skirmish fighting, the setting, everything about it's really, really good. And Blood Bowl is still considered like a perfect game. It's really, really a good game. If you have people playing Blood Bowl at your local store, I recommend getting into it. I might be getting back into Blood Bowl. I do have my Halfling team in the LA Totally Awesome, getting all the paint stripped off, so just in case I want to repaint them. But and then Space Hulk, the original, I guess, or whatever one. I never played Space Hulk personally, but those are 3: Necromunda, Blood Bowl, Space Hulk, are considered like some of the best rules Games Workshop has ever done. People would also put Mordheim there. I didn't think Mordheim was as good as Necromunda. But so this Necromunda is very, very good. It's different than the old Necromunda, and I think it's honestly better. And I'm saying that as somebody that holds the old Necromunda on that like nostalgia level where people think like music they listened to when they were in high school is the best music ever made, and then as they get older, like, music sucks. But so that's kind of my nostalgia for old Necromunda. I played the Redemptionist. Currently, I'm working on the Goliaths in New Necromunda. We'll call it New Necromunda. And I've only played once when the first box set came out, and then now I've played one game in a learning campaign we're doing, and it is so fun. I missed it. Like, oh man, just the idea of Hawk flexing, getting shot with a rifle and then falling off a bridge, right? It doesn't mean anything to you in like 40k, right? Your squad gets shot, you pull the models off. But when the guy has a name and he's one of 10 maybe guys you have on your little squad, and you're playing a campaign, they get better, they get, stats go up, their stats go down, they can lose eyeballs. There's a lot of little fun details. You could get a leg injury and get -1 movement. And just the like joy, I guess it's like a lot more emotional attachment, but as long as you focus that into the joy of the craziness of being a gangster in the Underhive, I think you'll have a really great time. I do not think this game is for min-maxing competitive type play. If somebody that's played Necromunda last year at Adepticon or plans on playing this year at Adepticon, I am signed up for, I think, like the Saturday Necromunda event, something in the dark, or nighttime Necromunda or something it's called. Let me know if that's a fun thing or if that's a competitive thing. I'm not really sure on that. I'm thinking about dropping it, but I have so few things I signed up for at Adepticon because I screwed up during registration and I missed out on everything. I'm thinking about keeping it just so I have a reason to play something while I'm there, since I'm flying from Phoenix to Chicago. But that being said, this game, if you lean heavily into maximizing your fun factor, Like, if an example would be the crumpet rivet cannon that the Goliaths get, right? It's like an industrial nail gun. A lot of people in the Facebook groups would let you believe that, oh, it's not the optimal choice, and that hurts my soul. That people playing Necromunda are worried about if a specific gun is the most point efficient gun that their gang could have. It blows my mind. We're talking about a game where you can name your guys, play wacky missions, you can get caught on fire, you could get hit with hallucinogen, scare gas, you could get blinded, all kinds of crazy stuff, and they're worried about points efficiency instead of like the greatness that is the game. So that saddens me a little bit. Some of the groups, there's some people I think that are having a good time, but a lot of it's like, how do I make my gang good? It's no, I don't get it at all. I barely get it in 40k and Sigmar, but I really don't get it in Necromunda. It makes no sense to me. That being said, so there's a weapon like the Goliaths can get, which is special to them. I don't know if anybody else can get it. I haven't memorized the book yet. Certainly nobody else can start with it. And I think every gang has a weapon that only they can get. Like the Orlocks can get a harpoon gun. The Cawdor can get that crossbow thing. Van Sar can get like laser carbines and energy shields. And it's just like lean into that because that's awesome and hilarious, right? The Goliaths are like industrial factory workers. They're, union guys, that sort of thing. And if you shoot a guy with an industrial nail gun in Necromunda, it's hilarious. And it can catch people on fire because you can superheat the nail. Fantastic. It's really a great time. But because it doesn't have the range or whatever of another weapon, people are like afraid to take it. I don't know. I don't get it. I overdid it on my Necromunda. Yeah, I don't need to show you right now. I'll show you pictures if you go over to my Instagram, sleepwalkair_brush, sleepwalkair_brush. Pictures of my Necromunda will be going up there as I finish them, but I got 40 Goliaths. I traded my Escher from the box set for another Goliath set, and that gave me 20. And I bought 2 box sets of Goliath, so 40. And then I bought the Forge World upgrades, and I have, so 1 box built as the box, 1 box, or 2 boxes built with the Forge World upgrades, and then 1 box I kind of mix and matched a little bit, and I can chop them up for conversions, but I am painting them all. Side note, batch painting 40 Necromunda guys is a bit tedious. I don't feel like I'm making any progress, but we're doing it. Plus my ogre, I've showed him a few times, I believe. He's looking pretty cool. I need to work on his backpack quite a bit here, but I use really high gloss metallics, and they don't really show up well on camera because of the lights reflecting off of them, but they look cool in person, I promise. So make sure you ask Santa. Well, first put out some feelers. If you are a fan of Necromunda, or you think you're going to be a fan of Necromunda because you've liked, Escape from LA or Escape from New York or RoboCop or Judge Dredd or pretty much any dystopian future, apocalyptic future, Mad Max, Fury Road, Thunderdome, all those, Total Recall, like there's a lot of really, really good movies that if you think about when you're playing Necromunda, you're playing those kind of situations and scenarios. And so the setting is like really good. So if you're interested in the game, I found that my enthusiasm for the game, I started roping people in, right? I'm like, hey, we're going to be playing Necromunda. I'm running a narrative campaign and it's going to be awesome, right? And I'm trying to rope as many people in as possible, but I have like 3 other guys, probably about 5 or 6 guys that I regularly play with, and we're all willing to play games together. But so I knew I was going to have a 4-player campaign, including myself, but I've been building up the hype for the game at the local store. Now, the local store is going to be running a campaign as well coming soon, which is going to build up the hype even more. But when I finally run my narrative campaign, I will be a little more strict on this is a narrative campaign. We're here to have fun. Whereas a store run campaign, a lot of times will bring people who are trying to win the gift card or whatever. So look for people at your local store. Get them excited about the game. Pick up the starter set, pick up the books, whatever you got to do. If people see people playing, there's a lot of people I found that really do want to play this. And have just, they don't see enough people playing it. And they're worried they're not going to have anybody to play with. So this is a great skirmish game. Alternating activations, super cool, super narrative, super fun rules. Pick up Necromunda. We'll be doing more videos about it in the future. Please subscribe.